So with that, let's move on to our next story. So this has been a hot question that Heather Gay has been getting a lot. Why did she forgive Tenesha, the hairstylist, but she hasn't been able to forgive Monica, the troll blogger? And she gets into it at the reunion and then also in subsequent interviews. So let's get into it now. So this is according to Reality Blurb. It says Heather Gay appeared on Tuesday night's episode of Watch What Happens Live, where she explained her friendly status with hairstylist Tenesha Luckett. While looking back at the drama of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City Season 4, Heather shared why she was more upset about Monica Garcia's troll account than Jen Shah's fraud schemes, and accused Monica of being, quote, obsessed with the cast and looked ahead to the upcoming 5th season of the show, which reportedly will see new women replacing Monica. So this is the thing, before we get into it, I'm so confused why people keep comparing Jen Shah to Monica. It's apples to oranges. Jen Shah did a Ponzi telemarketing scheme against the elderly, which is wrong and horrible, and that's why she is in federal prison. Monica did a fraud scheme to infiltrate the lives of these women in order to get on the show. These are two different things. Two different things. I said it before, I'll say it again. Jen Shah robbed the bank. Monica robbed you. She went into your house and robbed your stuff. Jen Shah robbed the bank. These are two different things. And I don't understand why people don't get that. Do you know what I mean? I don't understand people like keep trying to bring up Jen Shah. Like, let Jen Shah be in prison. Like, leave Jen Shah alone. She's not a part of this. She's not even here. But let's keep going. We thought it was honorable for Tenesha to come forward, incriminate herself, and mea culpa the whole thing and tell us. Otherwise, we would have been stuck in the dark, knowing things that didn't add up and not knowing why, Heather explained on the January 23rd episode of Watch What Happens Live. This is the thing. Why is everybody, and by everybody, I don't mean us candy canes because we're not like this, but why is everybody so quick to try to throw jabs at Tenesha? Tenesha is not on the show. She is not a housewife. She did not infiltrate these people's lives. She knew about the account, but she did not run the account. She did not create content for the account. She did not post on the account. Again, apples to oranges. They just are doing everything they can to not hold Monica accountable. And of course, Heather is going to be more pissed at Monica than Tenesha. Tenesha is her hairstylist. That's it. Monica was claiming to be her friend, trying to infiltrate her circle, was posting all of this stuff. It's apples to oranges. Just because Tenesha had knowledge of something doesn't make her as guilty as the person who was actually doing the thing. If my friends went out here and robbed a bank, but I didn't ride in the car with them, I wasn't at the crime scene, I was just on the group chat when they were talking about robbing the bank, I don't go to jail for that. I wasn't on the scene. I did not actively participate. Did I have knowledge? Yes. I was in the group chat. Everybody was talking about we're going to go rob a bank. I'm in the group chat though. I didn't ride in the car. I didn't drive the car away. I didn't go in the bank. I'm not going to jail. I'm not going to jail. So it makes me, I don't understand why people keep trying to villainize Tenesha and give Monica a pass. It's two different things. And also, Tenesha, just like Heather said, she came forward and she was apologetic. She was humble and she felt really bad and she was honest. Versus Monica, who came out and was cussing people out, had no contrition, was hateful and full of vitriol. So yeah, I'm going to forgive the person who had knowledge of something but did not participate in it and actually feels bad, because all human beings, we've done some messed up stuff. All of us have probably gossiped about people or kikied about people or knew some stuff was going on and said nothing, but the fact that she felt bad and was honest and owned her part is very, very, and actually wanted forgiveness, is very, very different than Monica, the person who actually did it and the person who is doubling down on doing it. Do you know what I mean? So completely apples to oranges there, but let's keep going. So because Heather is only a side gig for Tenesha and her involvement with Monica and Relative Aunties has caused so much backlash, Tenesha doesn't want to work with Heather anymore. I don't believe that. That's not true. I think that because if you watched the episode of Watch Happens Live, I watched it. I think Heather just said that because she was trying to protect Tenesha, but I don't think that's true. If you listen to all of Tenesha's interviews, she loves Heather, glowing things about Heather. I think that Heather and Tenesha are going to work together for a very long time. And I think Heather just said Tenesha didn't want to work with her anymore because she was trying to take the heat off of her. But I don't believe that for 1 second. I think they still work together. When Andy Cohen then mentioned that Heather and her castmates seemed to be way more upset with Monica than they were with Jen amid her crimes against the elderly, Heather said they were simply offering support to someone they thought they knew. Essentially, Jen denied ever having any guilt until she pled guilty, and she denied it the morning she pled guilty. We were supporting her in what she was professing to be saying, Heather shared. None of us wanted to defraud the elderly, and Jen at least was herself when she was doing that. Monica came on as a completely different person. We don't know who she is really. How can we really support her? During the airing of season 4, it was revealed that Monica had been doing drive-bys at Jen's house, and as Heather revealed, Jen wasn't the only cast member Monica wanted to know about. That's another thing. Monica had asked Tenesha for Heather's address, and she did not give it to her. It's another reason to be on Tenesha's side. She wanted all of our addresses. I have the receipts, Heather stated. She wanted to know where we lived. She wanted to know what we were driving. She was obsessed with being adjacent to the show. Although a lot of the drama came from Monica's addition to the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City cast, Heather said her presence has also united the rest of the women. Nothing bonds you more than a common enemy, and I can thank Monica for bringing us all much closer. I think we were all really upset, and we were waiting to see what she had to say to excuse herself, and she really didn't say anything, Heather explained. This backs up what Monica's mom said. Remember in that leaked video of the fight between Monica and her mom? What did Linda say? She said, all you did was unite those 4 a-holes. All you did was bring those 4 a-holes together. Monica's mom was spot on, and Heather just said it. Nothing bonds you more than a common enemy. Linda was spot on. She said, all you did was unite those 4 a-holes. Not that they're a-holes, because I don't think that, but that's what Monica's mom said. That's not me calling them that. That's what the mom said. Anyway, after then naming Whitney Rose as the cast member who would be first to forgive Monica and taking aim at Monica's burn book, saying it's been and it was not her idea, Heather reacted to the leaked video of Monica and Mom. I mean, give them both snowflakes. They had a plan, she alleged. After finally admitting that Jen gave her a black eye, Heather reacted to Jen's, or whoever is posting on social media on her behalf, response to the matter, which threatened a lawsuit and accused Heather of slander and defamation. Now, Jen Shah, shut up. Just do your bid in prison and shut up. I believe Heather, because it's the story that makes the most sense, and it's the story that we've always said. Heather was drunk, Jen Shah was drunk, things got crunked, she got a black eye, and that's what it was. That's what it was. The thing with me is, I don't know what Heather is so traumatized about when it comes to the black eye. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm confused what you're so traumatized about when it comes to the black eye, Heather. Not that, and I'm not dismissing violence by any means, but the way she told the story did not equate to violence. The way Heather told the story was, it was a weird night. I was really drunk. She was really drunk. You know, we were all just really drunk. There was a lot of drinking, and I basically blacked out, and I just woke up with the black eye, and I was like, it must have been Jen. Jen must have did it. So how is that trauma? Like, and let me break what I mean by that down. It's not like Heather was like, oh, we were drunk and we got into a fight and Jen punched me in my face. That would be traumatic. That would be a fight. That would be assault, because they called it assault on the reunion. And I was like, hold up, y'all, now Jen can sue you, because she never said she was assaulted. They said the word assault. Now she can sue you, because if you guys are claiming that, allegedly. Heather just said, yeah, we were drunk and we were wasted. Things got weird and I woke up with a black eye. How is that a fight? How is that assault? To me, that could have been anything. Were you guys drunk and roughhousing and she pushed you, or you guys were laughing, or something happened? And Jen the next day didn't look like that. Jen looked embarrassed and scared. She didn't look like I just got into a physical fight with my best friend and socked her in her face. So that to me, I felt like Heather Gay was milking it because she wanted sympathy for the fact that she had lied for so long for no reason. And also, she tried to throw production under the bus. Oh, maybe it was a sexy producer who came in. Like, girl, bye. So I think that she was sensationalizing how she got the brown eye, making it more violent, and she had all this trauma, and she was just so scared of Ginger, to cover her own tracks because she knew she messed up when she lied on production. She knew she messed up when she kept the lie going for too long. To be honest with you, I don't think Jen Shah assaulted Heather. I think they were drunk. I think they were both wilding out. I think one thing led to another, and somehow she got popped in the eye. To me, it's more of a drunken accident. That is what I think happened. I think it was a drunken accident, and I think that Heather, for whatever reason, just didn't want to say that, and kind of roped and kind of in her own codependency, instead of just saying it herself, she put the burden on Jen to say, does anybody here want to say what happened to the black eye? We need a cover story, blah, 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 because I think she was embarrassed. I don't think Jen Shah assaulted Heather Gay. I don't think that they were in some fight and she punched her. I think it was a drunken accident, and I think the story snowballed because Heather didn't just say that. You see what I'm saying? It was so stupid and so ridiculous. And that's why I think Jen is like, I'm gonna sue you for slander and defamation, because the way they were framing it, you would have thought Jen and Heather got into a physical fight and punched her in her face and blackened her eye, which isn't what happened according to Heather herself. She said it was a weird night. We were all drunk, and I woke up with a black eye. Misadventure by drunkenness. So, Heather, I get it. You're trying to save your own snowflake because you don't want to cross production, but you did cross production by lying on them, and just own it. And you kept the black eye story going for too long. Nobody cares. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this. Put it down below. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Ooh, there's more stuff. Let's continue on to see what else she said. Okay, here we go. It was a typical response, and I think she absolutely watched it, and I hope she was glad that we at least uprooted Monica, who had really been after her the whole time, Heather noted. Following the conclusion of the reunion, Heather admitted Monica's performance left a bit to be imagined. She promised us a lot more to the story, and she promised us that there was a lot more to be heard, and it fell completely flat. She had nothing to say. She couldn't even say sorry, Heather pointed out. I agree with that. While Heather has made it clear that Monica's troll account against the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City cast is unforgivable, a caller wanted to know why she wasn't as upset with Angie Harrington's husband, Chris, when he hosted an account against Jen. I was never supportive of that, but it was one comment. He came clean. He apologized, she stated. He wasn't a housewife, and Monica came on with an agenda. She led with all of this truth-telling except for the hugest thing. And she had to say was, I've been trolling you guys for years. I know your kids' names. I know where you live. I know where you work. She acted like she was meeting us for the first time and wanted to be our friend, and that was a lie, and that is unforgivable. I agree. Because there's levels to this. Was what Angie Harrington and her husband, what they did was cringy and weird. Yeah, the whole Jen Shah exposed account, 100%. But they came clean. They told the truth. And they weren't trying to infiltrate the group. And they weren't stalking the women. They were just talking crap online. And that's the thing that people don't get. They're like, who cares she's a blogger? Who cares she had a shade account? It's not that she's a blogger. It's not that she had a shade account. It's all of it, plus the lying and the deception and the stalking and the infiltrating and all of that stuff and the fraud. That is what it's really all about. Because at this point, we're all on social media. We're all trolls. You know what I mean? We all have an opinion. We're all commenting and posting and talking about things. That's not the issue, you know? If she came clean and this is the person we're filming with, we would have worked through it, she insisted. It was the deception for the entire season, especially for someone who says she's a truth teller. Exactly. When one caller asked why Angie was not included in her beach chat with the cast about Monica, Heather explained she didn't know the level of trauma Angie sustained. That's a lie. She says, I had witnessed what it had done to Whitney, Lisa, and Meredith, and that's why I brought them out for it. She then offered an update on where she stands with Whitney. I don't believe that, Heather. I don't believe that. This is what I think. You knew that Monica, through her troll account, had said Angie's husband was gay, sleeping with men and cheating on her. They were part of the Greek mafia. They were broke. They were frauds. They owed the IRS thousands of dollars. That's a lot of drama. The reason why she did not ask Angie to the beach, and I'm actually happy she didn't, I think that was the right choice, is because what was going on was really, and not to dismiss Angie, because I actually really like Angie now. Now that she's found her voice and she's been activated, I actually really like Angie a lot more. So not to dismiss what happened to Angie, because she was done dirty. She was done dirty and I feel bad for her. But the reason why I think Heather did not ask her was because she really wanted to bring in the core group of women, the OGs who started the show, who went through the mud with all of them, and also the whole Jen Shah of it all. Because it wasn't just Monica's betrayal. Jen Shah's betrayal was also baked into all of that. So it was really about these four women who started this journey together as the OGs and everything they've been through. She wanted to make sure that they were a united front against her. And I think that it would have kind of muddied it a little bit if Angie had been there. So I'm not mad at it. I think that was the right choice, not asking Angie to come. To me, the four of them as the OGs, it was a much more powerful statement. So I'm okay with Angie not being there. Heather, I don't believe your excuse, but I get it. You're being kind to Angie. You don't want to be like, girl, you just weren't included because you weren't gang. You see what I'm saying? So there it is. All right, let's keep going. We're in a great place. I love my cousin, she stated. Later on the Watch What Happens Live after show, Heather admitted she absolutely worries about people mistrusting her due to her hesitancy to come forward with a story about her black eye. When you evade accountability like that, karma's a bee, she noted. While Heather confirmed she has not spoken to Coach Shah, she felt that Jen's camp would issue some sort of blanket denial or character assassination response to her black eye reveal on the finale of the reunion. When Heather was then asked if coming clean about Jen's involvement with her black eye sooner would have impacted Jen's criminal sentencing, she insisted she didn't know what happened, while also sharing she felt responsible for their encounter. I wasn't willing to roll the dice, especially because I felt culpable and I felt like it was my fault it all happened. Honestly, she explained. Yeah, that's the thing, Heather. You just felt embarrassed that you were drunk and you blacked out and you woke up with a black eye. Honey, we've all lived and we've all woken up from a night of blacking out and being like, what the hell happened? Right? We've all lived. The thing is, just own up to that. Like the next day, you just should have been like, oh my gosh, you guys, we got so wasted. We blacked out. Look what happened. Yikes. It would have been a laugh. It would have been a kiki. You guys would have had mimosas and it would have been over. It would not have blown up to what it's blown up to. The only reason why we're still talking about your stupid black eye is because you escalated the situation by not just coming out and saying honestly what happened. Okay. Anyway, dun 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 dun. So yeah, there you have it, guys. Let me know what you guys think, and be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Now let's move on to my last story of the night.